Okay, what I've done, taken those two blanks off the mounting plate, and one of the pieces I've turned a mortise, and on the other tenon it was a little bit loose. And so that can be used as a jam. Turn the tenons off both of them, turn the mortise into one, use it as a jam chuck, turn the tenon off the other, because those tenons were only there for balance really, I think. I'm not sure they needed to be there actually, but there we go. Yeah, I don't think they did need to be there because I've turned them both away. Anyway, I've turned a cone into there, and I'm going to use a router or a Fordham with a router bit to create a texture, like a line out texture into that. I did lose two of my points, and the reason is I did a pull cut coming out from the centre, and I shouldn't have done that. You've always got to push in, because otherwise you're going to chip your tips off. So push into the centre to make this ogive shape. I've used a bit of it's about 220 grit sandpaper just to blend those edges a little bit, and that looks quite good. And I used a bit of 80 grit because they didn't quite line up, because you know you've got to be quite accurate with both sides and symmetrical, and the jig or something wasn't quite completely symmetrical obviously. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, so I quite like the profile. Even though you're starting with quite a big blank, you end up with quite a small piece. Now what I'm going to do is make this into a jam chuck, and turn the back of this till it's got the same kind of ogive shape. As the other. Oh, I also thinned it down to 10mm, so that the whole thing now will be 20mm thick. These will be glued together when it's complete. Alright, that's it for now. Thanks. I've got a little step, so I'm just going to use the Fordham just to blend it in. Next I'm going to hopefully glue it together. Oh, I'm not on camera at all, am I? Bring the glue around that tenon. Oops, get a little bit on there. Plenty of space in there for the glue, excess glue to go anyway. So should have marked one side and I didn't, so I've got to find my match. Which I think is here. Yeah. So should have had a wet cloth ready, but I didn't. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get a bit of my fine shavings and just rub them into that glue, just to create a better join, you know, a more invisible seam. Okay.
Given Tarek, year warranty. Imagine incredible comfort and if you're not enjoying cool, comfortable, refreshing sleep, simply return it for a full refund. The Optismart Essentials topper comes in 2 comfortable feels. One slightly That's right, only 90.
So I forgot to leave the mortise on the back of this, sorry, the tenon, so that I could do this routing before I glued it together, or after I glued it together even, but before I turned the back round. So I had to make a jam chuck with a hole drilled for it to hold the point, so it's secured by the points. So a special jam chuck for that, just for that job. I've used the Fordham with a router bit to put in a bit of a decorative centre, and I think I'm going to paint this. The wood's a bit boring on its own. I don't think it's a very good tree decoration. What it would need is some really figured wood to hold upon its own, and this is just very plain, so it's going to get a paint of some description. Okay.